and welcome back to another edition of Potluck, your everything and anything talk and entertainment TV show. My name is Laura Hartman, and I'm your host. Today, I am with the Movoly Production Group. With me, I have General Manager Brian Rose.
Hi.
Hello. Producer Shawn Neifert. We have actor Dilruk De Silva.
Yes.
Yeah, and Laura
Ruperez.
Great to meet you guys, and thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thanks for having us. Yeah.
So how are you guys doing?
We're feeling good.
Pretty good.
Okay.
We're excited.
Yeah.
So when did you start Movoly Productions? And this is like a millennia group range type of production group?
So we officially formed our business this year.
Okay.
But we've been working together, well, at least me and this guy, we've been working together for a while. 5 years or something like that.
Senior year of high school.
So we've done, short film projects and freelance videography, but this year we just decided to, kind of form our own company to push that forward. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so far, what have you done, in the past year? Because you have a couple of short films, and you have a group of film series that is going to be called Novocain.
Yes, we do.
That's in pre-production.
Right.
So, let's back up and start, with what you've done so far.
So yeah, we've done a number of short films under kind of our own name, but this is our first major creative production. We do a lot of corporate videography, but yeah, Novocain is our first big project that we're working on for creative purposes.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, so I just was under the understanding that you did like films and short films and stuff, but you work with corporations, and do you do anything else? Yeah, give me the lowdown on what you guys do.
So we do a lot of here and there work. So I like to describe it as freelance. You could describe it as freelance, but so yeah, we do corporate videography, videos for promotional stuff for companies. Yeah. Okay. And so you guys go back a ways, I guess, to high school. And how
go back to high school.
No.
Or maybe you went back to kindergarten. So how are you guys involved with Movoly, or how did you get into?
Well, I found the audition on Backstage. Well, I think I was invited by Brian to come audition for Projectnovocaine, and I came in, and it was a very casual audition, and I just liked the vibe that they gave off, and so I was like pretty into the project right away. I liked it.
So what is your part with Novocaine?
I am playing the part of Alvin, and he's kind of the class clown, semi-licensed fireworks guy of Virginia, and yeah, he's just the guy who hasn't completely grown up yet, and he's just trying to find his way, but everybody's kind of doing what they're doing, and he finds himself not having the friends or the family because they're all off doing their own thing.
Okay. And Laura?
So I actually met Brian before this. We worked together on a promotional video for a local college. It was a health college, a nursing school. And I really liked working with him. I think he's a great director. And so I was really excited because he contacted me again to work on this project. So right away I said, yes. And I came in for the audition, and he was like, I'm really excited you came in because I had you in mind for this role, which was great to hear. I was so happy. And yeah, I'm really excited to be working with him again.
Okay, and what is your role?
So I'm playing Kim. I connect with her a lot, actually, which is another thing I like about this movie, this production, because Brian wants to make sure that we really connect with our characters.
Sure.
So it's more natural than anything. It's obviously acting still, but it's almost not, because I really do think a lot like this character. Kim is a sophomore in college. She's kind of that girl that everyone loves, wants to be around, but when it comes to really serious relationships that have meaning behind them, it's kind of harder for her to find those relationships sometimes, and people maybe don't want to have those relationships with her. They just want her for superficial purposes.
Okay.
So it's kind of her and dealing with those relationships, and then also expectations that other people have. Maybe she's not too happy at college. Maybe she wants to do something else, but it's hard, which is true in real life too.
Okay. Okay. So now with Novocaine, like you said, it's a bunch of different series of short films.
Right.
That are like 15 minutes each.
Yeah. All
with different topics. So the two of you are in the same short film under Novocaine, or are you different?
So the way I like to describe it is it's 4 different films told from 4 different perspectives.
Okay.
So each are kind of those two are the protagonists of their own film. And they're in each other's films, but each one is told from a different perspective.
Okay.
So there's 4 total, and these are 2 of the leads from those films.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. That's kind of like I can't think of the name of the movie, but I've seen a movie where they do sort of something like that.
There are a few.
Yeah. Where they have like different, they play out different angles.
Yeah.
So, very cool. Very cool. Now the other 2 leads, what's their stories?
So, well, we have actually the first one, as we start out with, is Olivia. And she's essentially a new girl to kind of the environment of this area. It's very local for most people, for these 2 people, the characters, and she kind of almost disturbs like the typical environment they have, where she's like a new girl. There's like, some of the guys like hit on her, they like her, and but she's also dealing with her own issues of, there's some shady past that she has that she doesn't really want to show. And we kind of learn without revealing too much, we kind of learn as it goes on, like, there's a reason she's hiding it, and you can't really blame her. And,
right.
It kind of helps them develop, because it sort of starts this whole train of stuff changing through one character, and it kind of adds to the next, and just changing their mind and seeing how everything kind of just is almost a domino effect in a way, because it definitely is. And I think that for a lot of movies, specifically about college, you don't really get the whole domino effect. It's usually from like one perspective of trying to capture a general audience of a certain kind of mindset that most people kind of feel like. And we kind of wanted to show a variety of how everyone's affected kind of in the same way.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, and who plays Olivia?
So Olivia's going to be played by Amanda, our next lead, and then we have our other guy who is supposed to be kind of like a Jacques stereotype with, a little bit, not too strictly, and he's going to be played by Jeff, who's pretty great. I'm excited for both. I haven't actually met either of them yet.
Okay. You just know about him.
I met Dill a week ago. I just met Laura this morning. So
wow. So this new. This is really new. New pre-production stuff.
We're very excited because originally it started as a feature film idea, and that was like 2 years ago. So we never got really around to sitting down and really making it. So we're excited that we actually have something rolling.
Okay. And you have like 30-something people involved in this?
Yeah, 30-something speaking roles.
Wow.
So it's a pretty big project for us.
Right.
And one of the things that we're kind of trying to do is make this on basically a micro budget to prove that you don't need like a fancy Hollywood style crew equipment to make a movie. So all of us are volunteers. Our biggest expense is food, and so we found all these actors on Backstage. We spent like $30 on an ad, and so far that's been our only expense. And they've all been really interested in coming and volunteering for this project. So we're really excited about the interest that people have shown.
So where will you be shooting? Do you have like different areas that you'll be filming at?
Mainly around Northern Virginia, pretty much. We haven't locked in all of our locations yet, but it's pretty much all around Northern Virginia.
So like a college campus, you're getting permission from like Nova or whatever.
Yeah,
that's what we're working on.
Yeah, but people's houses, friends we know, local business owners we know, reaching out to the community, and so far everybody's been interested, so we're very grateful for that.
And what kind of equipment are you using, since it's micro budget? So we like to call this our labor of love, because it's all a volunteer project. But the jobs that we do for corporate videography and commercial videography,
we're using the same equipment. So we have DSLRs that we're shooting this on.
Okay. Okay. So no like iPhones or
no.
I've seen some people put out some really nice like music videos and some short films with just their iPhone. So you know, it's pretty cool.
There's a guy that made a feature-length movie, I think.
Yeah,
That's great.
Major film festivals debuting iPhone really short films and feature films.
So how long will you be filming, and when you're once it goes into post-production and you've done all the editing stuff, what are you going to do with this?
So we're planning on filming from September to December of this year.
Okay.
And since everybody's volunteers, we have to kind of work around their schedules to make sure there's no conflicts there. And then editing into 2017. And then once it's finished, we definitely intend to release it online and submit it to film festivals and just kind of show it to people. That's the main goal.
And it'll be 4 separate short films that you'll enter into a festival.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure how they handle that, but you know, we'll see.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
I actually used to help run a festival, so
really?
I could tell you all about it.
Yeah, no way. Okay.
So okay, well, very cool. So now let's back up and talk about the stuff that you've done in the past. So we have a short film that we're going to show at the end, which was called
My
Strength.
My Strength. What is that about?
So that was originally, actually, that was supposed to be sort of, in a way, kind of like a love letter to our high school video. It sounds weird, but our high school film teacher, which is where actually we met.
Mr. Ruby.
And yeah, Mr. Ruby. The year after we left, actually the department was being handed over to a new teacher, and I think he was being essentially laid off.
This is based on a true story?
So it's not based off a true story. We essentially, what happened was that once he left, he actually made a film festival for all of his students, which was really nice. And so we all got together and we really wanted to make something that kind of felt like we could show people how we felt about how it was like this kind of great person was sort of being ripped away from, I think, an important role in the school system. And since he's left, it really has never been the same. There's just been constant complaints, which is kind of heartbreaking. But and we showed it, and it was kind of amazing that we were in this theater. We're actually in the Angelica. That's where we had it, and
the Angelica that's right here.
Yeah, just right around the corner.
Nice.
And we got to show it in front of like all the classmates we had, the alumni, the younger kids under us. It was I think and the parents. It was like 200 people, 300 people. And after it happened, my mom came up to me and she's like, the woman next to me was crying. Did you see that? So I was like, wow. So it was kind of a first impression of, wow, somebody's affected by the media we're putting out. It kind of was like, it drives you, you know?
So the teacher that you had, did he see this?
Yeah, he loved it.
I don't even think he knows what you just said.
Oh, really?
About the original meeting?
He might not have. I don't know if we ever talked about it with him. Yeah, I don't think we ever described it to him, but now he can see it. But yeah, so we just wanted to, it was really a passion project, and it kind of just fueled the fire that we all enjoy working together, and that from here, this is like a good starting point that we can do so much more. Yeah. Especially for this area, which is the most important part.
Definitely. Okay, well that sounds interesting. So what about any other short films?
Yeah, I mean, we're constantly trying to make creative works here and there, short films, just kind of, or even YouTube videos type things that we've worked on.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's your experience in acting?
So I have been acting as long as I can remember, mostly theater in school and stuff, until about, I think coming up maybe 3 years ago, I branched out. It was actually, it was because I did not get into a play that I tried out for at school, and I just transferred into this school, and it was super disheartening because I auditioned and I just got flat out cut. And that had never happened to me before. And so that kind of prompted me actually to look into film more, because it had always interested me, but I hadn't done it. So I started looking for an agent. I found an agent based in Maryland, and since then I've been doing, stuff on TV, commercials, short films, branded short films, all of that stuff.
Okay, awesome, awesome. How about you?
Well, I've been acting since I was little, but I never really got professional and found out about all the stuff until I was about in 7th, 8th grade type of stuff. And then I started doing extra jobs and stuff like that. But then I've been working on from there, and I've ended up doing a sketch comedy out in DC, and I did stand up in LA.
Oh, wow.
And the TV job that's coming up September 19th. So I've just been trying to do as much as I can for a couple years now. But yeah, it's been a good 2-3 years.
Oh, very cool.
So, yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Wow. So who does the writing for your stuff?
It's kind of collaborative. Yeah, we sort of
between the two of you.
Yeah. I'm supposed to be more of the main writer, but I think you took over more on this project, which is great. It came out really well. I'm happy with it.
Yeah, we all kind of put our heads together and came up with a general idea, and then you know, wrote bits and pieces and put it together. Like
Okay.
that,
so do you just like email the script out to everybody, or just send them their parts, or or do you do it like a formal way of? Did you get some training for doing script writing?
Not really formally. It's more just knowing what you like and then just constantly doing it, so you know that you can do it in like a professional way. I feel like that's a lot of things in film. It's sort of like you practice it from the ground up, and then
or in life,
and you become a professional.
Right.
So really for me, it was just I actually went to film school in Chicago.
Oh, wow.
And so when I got there, I think my first film class, they just kind of focused on a few different directors. I found a few that I liked, and I just kind of copied their scripts.
Okay.
And from there, just understood like how stuff's formatted and kind of what works and what doesn't when like actors are reading it, and skills like that. So I think it definitely helped.
Has there been anybody that has said, hey, you know, instead of saying this, could I say this?
Oh yeah,
because
absolutely.
it feels more natural.
Yeah, it's definitely, and we definitely
like
keep it.
or
We keep it open. We're gonna edit it as we're shooting it. That's for sure. I think that's what we're kind of comfortable with.
Yeah.
So for like dialogue, if it's not like a major scene, we definitely want to make sure it feels natural.
Sure.
Or even ad-libbed. You know?
Yeah.
I've told these guys that you know if you would say it a different way, you know, do that.
Right. Because you wanted to come across a little more as natural as possible.
Exactly.
Sure. Okay. So what, starting your company, what has been some of the challenges, and what do you think your challenges will be along the way as far as doing Novocain?
Ooh. So,
No challenges?
Oh, a lot.
Where do we start?
I think the bigger issue is that we're all still trying to have a full-time job while transitioning it into making this the job.
I think one of the things is just getting that initial momentum moving.
That as well.
Because there's a famous quote by, I don't know who it is, but 50% of success is showing up.
Right.
That's applicable here.
Okay.
I mean, we're just trying to kind of put ourselves out there, and we've always had an interest in filmmaking, so we just want to be active in that. So.
Oh, sure. Okay.
But it takes a lot of time, and since we all have jobs, like Shawn said, it's hard to dedicate, you know, to volunteer projects like this.
Right. Now, would you do this on the weekends?
Mainly weekends or
late
nights.
Late nights.
Okay.
We're trying to work around everybody's schedule. So I mean, that's probably a big thing too, is, you know, getting everybody scheduled in there. So.
Right. Okay. Any other challenges, or you think that that's pretty much the biggest thing?
I mean, I think this specific one is going to be probably one of the bigger projects with the amount of actors and actresses we have. So
coordinating everything,
keeping track.
Right. So you're the producer. So you're the director. Are you like the sole director?
So actually, I'm going to direct two of them, and he's going to direct the other two.
Okay.
We kind of. I think we both jointly sort of write, direct, and I would say generally produce most of the content we've made.
Okay.
Yeah, for the most part.
So once this gets into like festivals, then what? Okay, say you get accepted to such and such festival, and they want you to, it's going to be screened there, and then you have to show up, and it's like in LA or all over the country. How are you going to? Are you going to bring like everybody? Or are you going to just bring yourselves? Have you thought that far ahead?
I think we would definitely open it up to anyone that wants to come. Absolutely, yes.
Definitely.
If we could bring like 100 people, that'd be amazing. Although I don't think that could happen.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But I don't know. We'll see. Typically for us, I think at this point, it's sort of cross the bridge when it gets there.
Okay.
Just to see how it goes.
Now, where do you see guys like in the next year to two?
hopefully this, but more of it, I would say. This is sort of us kind of rekindling a fire that has been sort of, I want to say, stagnant. We've all been in school, which is the biggest thing, and now kind of everyone is we're all just essentially graduated, or the most of us did. And so they're kind of finding work, and some of us are in LA actually, a few in Boston, and so we're trying to pull the resources of everyone together, and I think that's really kind of helped us overall. So.
Okay.
What he said. The reason I'm not in front of the camera.
Okay. So you see this as like a long-term thing for you guys?
Yeah.
Or you think you'll, I mean, because once you guys, since you are just out of college, you do get into like other careers, and that could pull you away. But you know, there are a number of like, you know, production companies here in Northern Virginia, in the DC area, and in Baltimore, and people manage, you know, to keep it going. And
I mean, for me, it's like the corporate and commercial stuff we do, the freelance work will always be what, you know, kind of pays the bills, and then this will be what we
fun stuff. Yeah.
So I mean, we'll see, but I think the hope is eventually we can just actually make our own movies and have them funded. I mean, eventually.
People want to see them. That would be cool.
Yeah, there's companies like Rooster Teeth in Austin, Texas, who has become this huge media company that just does everything at this point. They started sort of doing what they called like a drunk podcast of them drinking beer and talking about video games, and they're huge now. They're everywhere. It's amazing to see. Wow. And so I think our goal is to kind of be something that is ours, and that it's not really about taking sort of, I don't want to just say we're just trying to dodge like an easy road, but I think it's, at least for me, it's really only been rewarding if it's so hard. I just don't know what's coming next.
Right. Okay.
So I don't know. It's been fun.
So your website is movoly.com.
That's correct.
Right. Okay. Will you show your, say, like in the next couple of years, would you put your short films on the website? And
definitely. Okay. It'll be on YouTube, on the website. You know.
Okay.
Just so we can get it for people to see.
Okay. So no talk of like selling it or anything, you know, like.
Not at this point.
Okay.
No.
Mostly.
Okay. Because I do know, like, just from having some film background myself, there's a bigger wanting to view United States films like in other countries. So there are a lot of, I know some people that have production companies that sell their films overseas, and they do better over there than they do here. So just a thought, you know.
Cool.
So, but anyway, social media, because we're cutting short here, so I don't have too much more time. But Facebook, Twitter.
We have a Facebook page. That's about it. Right now, we have a YouTube channel too, up and coming, but it's facebook.com/Movoly Productions.
Okay. Great. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks
Thank
so
you.
much for
And just a minute, you're going to be watching the short film called
My Strength.
My Strength, and directed by both of you?
It actually was. Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you're just tuning in right now, make sure that you catch us on the web at www.potluck-online.org, and we will see you next time. Enjoy the short film.
Did I ever tell you about what I did the summer before that September? The one before we met. Living in my new apartment, there was this creek that streamed through the pale oak trees out back, the ones you've been through so many times. On the warmest day, I decided to go out after a morning shower, and as I got too close to the edge, my feet slipped into the muddy water. I lost one shoe in the muck and tore the other one off, walking barefoot back screaming, "That damn brook." Perhaps I'm too attached to the past. I remember once, when you thought my neighbor's dog was having a bad day, you decided to throw firecrackers over the fence to perk him up. Scouts still loved you after that, patchy fur and all. You were so spirited then, always the brightest smile in the room. You wanted to be a nurse so bad. I got you a stethoscope for your 12th birthday, and I'd never seen so much ambition. You were speechless, but your face said it all. I could see the faith, the drive, the pure human willpower. You made me invincible. I wish I could see you now, where you've been, where you are, what's changed. I'm sorry I never said goodbye. I don't know what you came to that last Sunday. Empty rooms, black hallways, a door that said, go away. I didn't leave you comfort or anything sincere. I left crumbs and hollow floors. Saying goodbye was just too hard. As guilty as I felt all these years, I knew you didn't hate me for that. I don't think you were capable, but something in my gut told me we would meet again. Because things never end. They just have new beginnings. That's the thought that's been getting me by. You are my strength, Mary Brooks, and it's up to you to pass it on. Hoping to see you soon, John Davis.